Hello viewers, welcome to Mate TV. In reaction to Tinubu's victory, Mr. Ekene, who is the Deputy Director of the APC Campaign Council, said the INEC Portal was hacked and it was done by some political parties to transmit their own results, but they failed. It was hacked by Russians.
I think the issue Nigeria and the entire African nation is used to losers not taking it lightly. You know, in the history of our political history in Nigeria, I have not seen any loser in general election that has accepted, except Goodluck Jonathan, even before the election was announced. And this shows the desperation in some people to grab powers. If you are not desperate about grabbing powers, you should respect the democratic norms and be willing to congratulate the winner. Everybody must not win. You know, most people doesn't understand that when the agents of PDP and Labour walked out of the International Conference Center,
the collation center.
Yes, the collation center. From the ward agents to local government agents to state agents, each party have a situation room. They've known the results and they knew they were losing. And they want to cling on something. And what they want to cling on was the transmission of the results in the portal. But people doesn't know how many times INEC server was hacked and attacked. And these were done by political parties that brought in Russia and Israeli hackers. I'm just giving you an intelligence report that I'm privileged to hack into INEC server and to transmit their own result and create chaos.
And that alleged hacking was not done by you, it was done by the others, was it?
None of them succeeded. None of them succeeded. That's why the election, to the best of my knowledge, was not transmitted.
Yeah, but why didn't INEC just say that that was what happened? I don't understand.
No, listen to me. Everything must not be said in
No. Everything has to be. That's the whole point. Excuse me, let me make the point. That's the whole point of transparency in an election. It's not your privilege to go and sit in and not have your discussions and then come out and tell the people what you want. INEC has a responsibility to the Nigerian people to tell them why they couldn't do what they were supposed to do. That is so fundamental to trust in this election. Transparency and trust. Those are the two key things. That's what makes people go out and stand in the sun and give their vote, because they believe that INEC is going to do what it said it was going to do. Let me tell you why that is an important issue. Do you accept that there were big issues of technology failure and non-compliance in this election?
Yes, but it wasn't intentional. It wasn't purposeful.
That's not the point. Yes. The point is that if you look at section 60, subsection 5 of the 2022 Electoral Act, it provides that the presiding officer shall transfer, and I'm quoting them, the results of the ballot in a manner as prescribed by the Electoral Commission. And that in line with the power given to INEC, INEC then released the regulation and guidelines for the conduct of the elections. And clause 38 of that document released by INEC provides that, quote, the presiding officer shall electronically transmit or transfer the result of the polling unit direct to the collation center and use the beavers to upload a scanned copy of the form EC8A to the IREV portal, unquote. So this is a regulation that is a subsidiary law of the Electoral Act, and that makes it binding on INEC. So INEC cannot go and sit somewhere, decide that somebody tried to, I mean, they haven't said that anyway, you're the one who's saying it, and then just ignore the people and decide to upload it. That's a fundamental violation of the Electoral Act.
You see, Charles, people tend to look the other way. From the polling booth, results from the polling booth were being transmitted to the collection centers. And I'm aware in my own polling booth, after we have concluded voting around 2:30, the agents both signed, and the results in our presence was scanned and transmitted. You know, people tend to look other way because PDP and Labour Party knows the truth. They have agents right from the ward. And no, I'm coming. And you can assess INEC portals in different states, different local government, different wards to know the results. The issue here is that the central portal, the results were not transmitted. And I'm sure INEC was working assiduously to rectify whatever technological problem they had.
Yeah, so the issue then becomes, if that uploading of results is a fundamental part of the law, which it clearly is, why was INEC in such a hurry? That's what Atiku Abubakar was saying there. Why was INEC in such a hurry? Rather than waiting to say, let's wait and fix the thing so everybody can see it, why were they in such a hurry to keep announcing the results in violation of their own guidelines?
No. The Constitution also gives INEC power also to decide on election matters. And that includes both conduct of elections, transmission of election results.
No, the Constitution,
You are just dwelling on one part of the Constitution.
Yeah, but that's the key part of the Constitution. We're not going to talk about the Constitution that talks about something else. The key part of the Constitution is the electoral, the bit that deals with elections.
Yes.
And the key part of the whole sort of laws around elections is the 2022 Electoral Act that was passed by the National Assembly.
Sure.
That's the key thing. And that makes it clear that INEC will release the regulation and guidelines for the conduct of the election. And in that guideline, INEC made it clear that the presiding officer shall, not may, shall electronically transmit the result of the polling unit direct to the collation center.
You see, Charles.
System.
You see, we could talk about this for the whole month. We could talk about this for the whole year. The bottom line is, if Labour Party, if PDP, they have facts. If
they're going to court.
I'm coming. Yeah. Every loser goes to court in Nigerian political.
Well, in any case, they said they're going to court. Well, at least the Labour Party has made it clear that it will go.
Fine, and PDP say they are going to consult with their lawyers. See, they all know the results. And I felt they are stretching their luck too far. Yeah, like certainly. See, you cannot just come out and become president of Nigeria. You have to build bridges. Bola Tinubu Ahmed has built bridges over the years.
And that's why he ended up with less than 10% of the votes cast. I mean, that's almost laughable.
Listen to me, because we had a fourth columnist in this election, which is the PDP central governor, that brought out the policy at the time of the election, which affected our candidate, which wasn't our policy.
Right. Okay.
Which wasn't our policy. And listen, it was the policy of PDP. Atiku supported that policy. We never supported. Our presidential candidate spoke against that policy because a lot of people were suffering. But people, out of frustration, went the other way. And these elections were full of emotions. because of the last-minute economic situation in the country.
Right. Okay, well, let's move away from that because we've got a couple of other things to go and we've got just a few minutes left of this conversation. Could all this disquiet around the election possibly frustrate Mr. Tinubu's efforts to get on with the business of attempting to run this country? Obviously, he hasn't been sworn in yet, but he has plans. And trying to fulfill the numerous promises that he's made to Nigerians.
The disquiet, I don't know where you find the disquiet. We've been in celebration mood all over.
No, that's you.
No, the members and the people that voted for APC has been in celebration mood all over the country. But notwithstanding, that will not affect the agenda of the president-elect.
So viewers, I want to get your thoughts on this. Do you think that the INEC portal was hacked? The results for the Senate and the House of Representatives, they were able to upload them at the INEC portal and the IREV, but why not the presidential election? Because they were all conducted at the same time, So the Senate were able to be uploaded, but not the presidential results. Do you think that the portal was actually hacked, as claimed as Mr. Ekene? Let me get that in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Share to your friends and families. Turn on your notification button so you can get more updates.